Welcome to the latest episode of Tech Talks with UNC Blue Sky Innovations. I'm Ashley, an Innovation Fellow, and today I'm talking with Steven King, our Chief Innovation Officer. So, today we're talking about a super exciting topic, developing with the new Apple Vision Pro. The first question I have for you, Steven, is what is the Apple Vision Pro headset?
Well, it's really an exciting new headset that's coming from Apple. It's a mixed reality, it's augmented reality, as well as virtual reality. You'll be able to do both in the same headset. What's interesting about it really is that it has a lot of capabilities, but it's going to be $3,500, so it's going to be a very expensive headset. But I think that's going to give Apple a chance to test and see some things at the enterprise level, see how companies are going to use it, as they will hopefully bring that price down in future iterations.
Awesome. The next question is, how does native Vision OS versus Unity development for the Apple Vision Pro differ? And what are the pros and cons of each?
Well, one of the good things that Apple has done here is they've said, if you know Swift, you will be able to develop and continue to create applications in the same way you have for any other Apple device. So that's really exciting. You use Xcode and Swift and tools that people are comfortable with. But what they're also doing is creating a way of doing it with Unity. And Unity is really the game developing engine for the majority of indie developers, kind of unique smaller shops. A lot of them use Unity. And so this is a great platform for Apple to make this headset available to build on, is because it just expands the number of people and the number of games and other opportunities that people can make for these different applications. So people being able to use both means we'll have more applications and games in the store.
And what groundbreaking hardware capabilities leverage new interaction techniques to develop with the Apple Vision Pro?
So developers are going to have to think about a lot of different things with this device. First of all, is how do we control and deal with in gestures form? So like them being able to track your hands and things is something we're doing in VR now, but you're going to have to think about that differently as we create new applications. Developers also need to think about the 4K times 2, so it's going to have to be a high-res environment, which is a great thing, but as we create content, we got to make sure we're building and creating it at that high resolution. And so I think there's a lot of different elements that as we get the devices in hand, we'll see, oh, we need to change this and that, because it's going to have to be an iterative approach, because this is a new technology that we really haven't seen all of these capabilities in one device before.
I see. And so what do you need to get started with Apple Vision Pro development?
Well, if you're used to developing for any Apple device, you can start using Xcode and use Swift, and there's already the simulator in Xcode, so you can actually start building and testing and see what it would be like using the simulator. Coming soon will be the SDK for Unity, and so if you're a developer in Unity, you'll be able to do that. We haven't seen that yet. It's coming soon, and so I'm excited to see it, but essentially you'll be able to use either one for development. So anyone who's already a developer should be able to jump into making content for this headset fairly quickly.
Wow, that's awesome. And my last question for you is, will you develop with Swift or Unity, or both?
Good question. I always choose the technology that we build on based on the use case and what are we trying to accomplish. If we were building an application that's really UI driven and it has a lot of different kind of UI elements and it's more like an app, then maybe I want to use Swift.
Yeah.
But if I'm building something that's more of a game simulation and it's more of a 3D environment, then maybe I would be using Unity. It's something we've been teaching here at UNC for years, and a lot of our students are up and coming and using Unity. So I see that being one that many students might gravitate towards. But in the lab, we'll just choose whichever technology is best for the application we're building.
Thanks for talking to me about this exciting topic. Make sure you're following our socials and look out for our next Tech Talk soon.